Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we just won a war against the... what were these? The Star Corp. Right, the Ganlarev Star Corp out over here. We kind of lost against the Pictlings, but it didn't matter. They were completely irrelevant to the actual overall war, so that's absolutely great. Now we've got these guys sitting here, and we're working on getting them built up. We're currently building a cruiser. That's reasonably okay. Do we need to upgrade our ships? Probably, actually. So let's take a look at our corvettes here. What do we got going on here? Stormfire autocannons, small gamma lasers. I'm okay with that, I think. Unless we really wanted to, like, go with ion disruptors here. This is bonus to armor damage here, right? So I think this is fine as it is. Let's upgrade to jump drives, though. Upgrading to jump drives is definitely something that we're interested in. So that'll be fine. I'm going to cancel this cruiser for right now. We'll put that into upgrades. That's okay. Then in our ship designer, we're going to need to do our frigates. Frigates? Frigates. We're not going to do frigates. Okay, for our destroyers, we're going to get Stormfire autocannons. Yeah, that's all good. I think the only thing we really need to upgrade right now is our jump drives. That does indeed appear to be the case. So that's fine. Going down to our cruisers, we are going to go to jump drives. Magnificent. And then for our battleships, we are, of course, going to go to jump drives. Excellent. And for Titans, we're already on jump drives because this is set to auto upgrade. Okay, that all looks good. So no problem there. We do, of course, need to add in Titans to our fleets. So we're going to add in a Titan to each of these. How many Titans can we have in total? 3. Well, that's perfect. Okay, so 1 Titan, and then... yeah, we really need to replace this Admiral. Let's replace Kalern with this guy. There we go. Now we have the same command limit for all of these. So our destroyers need to be at, I believe, 26? 25. Okay. And then 8 cruisers. Yeah, this is correct now. So, how do we want to do this? Well, I happen to have a spreadsheet for this. Give me one moment. I'll pull that up. Okay, so here we are. If I can swap back over here. There we go. So this is kind of probably small up in this corner here. I'll just zoom on in here. And you can see it's a little buggy right now. This partial fleet is a little bit broken. It's recommending that we have 2.2 fleets. This is not anything fancy. It just divides us roughly evenly in terms of fleet composition. That's all it does. It just tries to have basically the same amount of fleet cap in each type of ship. And 1 Titan, of course. So really we want to be targeting about 600 naval cap, which would mean that we'd have 3 fleets and they would all be identical to this. Now I've already gone through and switched us over. However, we have a couple too many destroyers in the Mortson Row attack swarm. So let's grab those on out of there. And we're just going to move them over. Hang on, that wasn't what I wanted. We'll get these grouped back together, and we want to transfer out 2 destroyers. So 1 and 2. Perfect. We can move these into any of these other fleets. There we go. So that'll do, and now we can see that we're at 23 here, 27 here in theory, but we want to bring this back down to 23 and 5 battleships. Okay. So there we go. We want to be at 54, 23, 11, and 5. And like I said, this is just trying to evenly-ish divide together the command limit, right? So battleships count as 8, cruisers as 4, destroyers as 2, and corvettes as 1. And then it just slaps the remainder into corvettes. It's not fancy. It just does the math for me, so I don't have to worry about it, which is always nice, to be sure. So, here in mechas, we are absolutely going to want to get a Titan assembly yard going. That will be high priority. We'll get a second Titan assembly yard going down over here, and then we wanted this to be like something along the lines of, we've already got Battle Simulator. Yeah, so I think that what we would really want here would just be something like a transit hub. Or even I don't know. Maybe just nothing for now. We'll leave it be for the moment. That's fine. We need to get those Titan assembly yards built, and we'll get going on getting these fleets reinforced. So which fleet do we want to work on here? Well, first off, let's get everything upgraded so that we are properly using jump drives. That'll be good. So we'll get that all underway. We're negative on our food, and the reason for that is because we have all of these undesirables up here that we're working on purging off, right? And they are eating up our food. It's very rude of them. Very, very rude. We'll get rid of them, and that will be absolutely fine. So we're working on our worlds here as well. There's not a lot to be done there at this moment, so for the moment, that's okay. We're going to need to handle some food. And the question is, well, we've got the crisis window over here. We could definitely think about doing that. So destroy empires, destroy ships, starbases. Yeah, this is all things that we're going to be working on. What is our current menace? 4669. Okay, so we need to complete the special projects. Right. Okay, so we'll grab something beyond reality. We'll get started on that. And we do want to get these Titan assembly yards done as soon as possible, right? Scum and villainy, how rude. And we're going to run out of food again fairly soon, so we're going to want to sell off a few rare crystals and exchange that, for now, for some food. There we go. That'll do for the moment. We are going to run out of volatile motes and exotic gases soon enough, and to that end, we're going to want to do something about that. But for now, there's not a lot to be done there. Okay. So our swarms have indeed been upgraded, and for now I want to work on replenishing the Larakigan Yi, probably. Actually, we're probably better off going on the Mortson Row. We've traced these stray thoughts, following the dreams of other less united minds, and our purpose-bred drones. The impulses come from beyond the material realm, from a place powered by thought and emotion. The space has been identified as the Shroud, and we're certain that just as it influences us, we can in turn influence it. So the next level in our crisis progression has been unlocked. The Stinger entity will not be denied. Our mini-bodies bristle with renewed vigor, and our flesh ripples with potential for the future. Never before have we felt as empowered by our own deeds as in this very moment. So we can now build menacing corvettes. Cool. So, what do we want to do about that? Well, menacing corvettes are something that we will eventually replace here. For sure. So menacing corvettes are... we can only have them be brawlers or interceptors. We cannot have them be picket ships. To be honest, we probably want to keep our regular corvettes for the purpose of picket ships. So for now, we're not going to be too concerned about that. We do, of course, need to grab the unseen ripples, and we'll work on that. We also should have science ships up over this direction. Where are our science ships? Are they working? Well, you need to go over to, like, Nashira, I feel like. Yeah, you're assisting research right now. Why don't you come up here and do that? We've got this science ship assisting and this science ship assisting as well. Yeah, we definitely need to be doing some of this. So why don't you come on up over to Chalks, and we will grab all of these up here. Beautiful. So that'll be all we need there. And our construction ship, of course, needs to continue to construct over here. So we want to build our starbase here and in Paducah as well. For now, we don't want to grab these others because they'll be a little more expensive until those are constructed. So that'll be okay. No real problem there. We need to move up the fast speed, and we'll definitely do that. So let's continue to work on the Mortson Row attack swarm.
We have claimed a new nest.
Excellent. We do have a couple of locations that we would like to start terraforming. That would be great. We have, I think, 2 of them. So we've got this barren world out over here. This is going to cost 15,000. And this barren world, that's going to cost another 15,000. So both of those are quite expensive. We've become wiser once again. A single action of ours creates turbulences in the Shroud. Even our least impressive drone may impress itself upon the dermis of the Shroud, leaving strong ripples within this energy-laden dimension. We must unleash more of its power. Beautiful. So we have another level of our crisis here. Our determination persists, even in the face of outrage and anger. Billions of minds oppose us, but their unity is shallow, lessened by their swelling numbers and reduced by the magnitude of individuals. Every Every new body of ours, I don't know why that's repeated, is a mind dedicated to the same end. Our dream an undeniable tomorrow. Our wills collide, and the races of the galaxy prove brittle. So menacing destroyers are now capable of production. So, menacing destroyers are, if I recall correctly, they're worse than regular destroyers. But at the same time, they're so much cheaper because they cost minerals instead of alloys. So that's great. The real question is, do we want to actually use them? And I think for right now, that answer is no. We'll dip into menacing with different fleets. I think we'll maintain 3 fleets of alloy ships, and we'll start going into menacing for our future ones. Excellent. So we're still negative on food, but nowhere near as negative. That's very, very solid. We do need to continue to reinforce this fleet. We are building corvettes here. Sure. Regenerative hull tissue. Sure, that's not a big deal. Ancient suspension fields would be interesting for sure. Let's just grab... Actually, we don't need to grab anything. Cool. Plasma cannons finish up as well. We're finishing these from these debris, so that's all good. We can head back at this point to BAM. And I'm okay with assisting research here. We might want to finish up that... We might want to finish up the archaeological site here eventually. But for now, this is over. We can absolutely go and take out the psionic entity, and if the AI gives us an opportunity to, we will. Betharian power plants is something that we just finished, and that's very solid. We're very pleased about that. We'll continue to reinforce this fleet, getting ourselves a corvette and a cruiser. Perfect. So that all looks good. We've got a couple of terraformations underway here.
Our construction is complete.
Our food is actually going back down right now. Okay, that's noted. Very awkward.
Assimilated knowledge.
And we can activate the Voltam reality perforator. I don't think we want to be honest. I think we're fine.
Technology.
Our construction ship here, of course, needs to grab Termana, and we'll head into Astinda. Perfect. So there's the Betharian power plant. Next, we could grab something like geothermal fracking. That seems okay. Beautiful. And we should think about each one of these stations. Do we need this station? The answer is no. We'll downgrade it. Do we need this station? No. Do we need this station? No. Do we need this station? Actually, yes, and we'll upgrade that one. Well, I'm not going to upgrade it yet. This station is still useful. This station is not. This station is useful. This one is very useful. In fact, we should have one in Zatar. Okay. We've got Waldy down here. There's a wormhole here, so that's actually a kind of useful station to have. This one, not so much. Although it is nice to have the anchorage, but for now, this'll do. We'll get rid of these. And for now, that's all reasonably fine. A wormhole here means we'll keep this one. And this is already a citadel. Or not a citadel, it's a star fortress. Okay. I was going to say we might want to keep it, but no. Okay. We'll do that for now. We're going to upgrade more star bases, but for now, I'm more interested in getting additional ships. That's going to be the biggest of deals here. So that'll be fine. No major concerns here.
We have assimilated knowledge.
Okay, so we've analyzed debris up over this way. That's always great. We just finished up some encryption. Energy credits from jobs. I mean, we don't really need it right now, but it wouldn't be bad. Let's grab detection arrays for the time being. Habitats. Actually, mineral purification plants. It's been so long. I can't believe this only just now came up. Wonderful. So that'll be great. We're going to continue to reinforce this fleet here. 2 additional cruisers coming through, and here's a third. We're out of food, and we definitely need to buy more food. That'll only keep us afloat for a couple of months at this rate. 217 is rough. That's very rough. Anything that we can do here? Well, we've got this tech world. I mean, we could put in an agriculture district here. That is a possibility. For now, we'll do that, and that'll be okay. No one's planning on declaring on us just yet, despite the fact that we are a crisis spirit. The Scanurians are an interesting option for us to think about attacking. We only have secondhand intel on their diplomatic pacts. We don't necessarily know if we're ready to take them on or not, because we don't know if they have, like, the Picklings on their side or something, right? So we might just want to make... Do we even need to make claims anymore? No, we can just wipe them out now. Beautiful. So we don't need claims anymore, so we don't honestly need influence anymore either. That, of course, means that we go to our edicts and we immediately turn off... No, we aren't running an edict here. Never mind. Power projection, governing ethic, technologies, counselor traits, rivalries. Yeah, we're not running an edict. For some reason, I was thinking we were running an edict for this, but we're not. So that's absolutely fine then. No issues there. We're just going to cap our influence. And not care about it too much.
Technology conceived.
It feels really weird to not care about capping our influence, but yeah, we're just not going to. Black artillery would be absolutely great. And of course, now we can finally, at long last, build things like a mineral purification plant on our mining worlds. Oh, that's going to be so nice. It's been a very long time since we've not been able to do that. I don't know why it's been so long, but, well, I do. It's RNG. Mineral purification. Where are we?
Technology conceived.
Why can't we build one here? Oh, because there already is one. I'm dumb. Okay. Excellent.
Our construction is complete.
Absolutely great. So let's build a hive district here for the time being. That'll do. We definitely do want in our physics research here to get something like... I guess we could go for survey speed. We really don't need it. This leader leveled up, and anomaly research speed, I guess. Now that I think about it, we do have a bunch of anomalies that we need to research up over this way, right? So we can come up this direction. We can research all of these anomalies. Magnificent. So that'll be great. We've got about 2,000 alloys right now, and we're going to dump that into this fleet. That gets one of our battleships built. One of them. We're going to need our Titans, of course. And those are going to be pretty expensive for us, to be honest. We do need more minor artifacts, and we could reverse engineer an arcane technology. Carrier operations. Okay, sure. And let's go for... Actually, never mind. I want to find peaceful applications here. Amenities? Oh, I was hoping there would be a food one there. Actually, our food is doing a lot better now. Hopefully that means that all of these pops that we took over are dead. That would be great. We need to colonize this world up here, and I'm going to do that even though that costs food. It's mildly painful. 30,000 energy credits to get these two fully terraformed. That's going to be a lot. No doubt about that. Continuing to look to reinforce this fleet as well.
A new nest is born.
Yeah, overall we need like 54,000 alloys to get this all built back up. That's a lot of alloys. No doubt about that. Let's grab energy credits from jobs, our first repeatable tech here. It's not necessarily the greatest thing to grab here because we've got plenty of other techs, but I do want to get that done. So that'll be fine for the moment. This fleet is currently 70,000. That's going to be quite a lot higher once we get the Titan and the 4 battleships in there. 70,000 is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I like it. We could probably continue to... Yeah, let's actually do a merge request here. We'll move further along the path to becoming the crisis, and we are going to run out of food soon. Let's buy in another 1,000 food here. And there's a couple of additional planets starting up here. So naturally... Did we just colonize these? Hang on. What worlds did we just colonize? These are not new worlds. This is one. Betharian power plant. Cool. So we're definitely going to build that. I guess this then just automatically becomes a generator world. We'll build an energy grid, and we'll also build a spawning pool, although the spawning pool is actually the highest priority. So we'll do that. That'll be great. I do want to repair this spawning pool and the synaptic node. There we go. We must have previously had this. Because these were destroyed at some point. Okay. So we need to do a bunch of repair work over here as well. These are research labs. That's currently being repaired because we didn't switch this. Okay, there we go. Lacking the exotic gases. Okay. I do want to put in an ancient
Our
refinery here.
construction is complete.
This is going to be a few months before we have the exotic gases for this repair. Sure. Yeah, like 3 more months. I just want to check through the rest of these. We've got an exotic gas refinery. Well, that'll help. A sensorium site. Cool. Just checking through the rest of these to see that they're at least marginally okay. Some of these were, of course, invaded by our pickling friends. I use the term friend very loosely. Oh, that was a damaged one. Where was that? I didn't think there were any up here, but this would have been something that would have been invaded by the picklings. Food processing center. Okay, we absolutely want to build that back. Cool. And then back on this forge world here, but it's actually like here-ish? Where was that? Where was that additional repair? I know there was one here somewhere that we couldn't do because of exotic gas lack. Here. Okay. 2 exotic gases that we need. We're capped on influence, and it makes me feel so sad. But nothing to really be done there. 1 more exotic gas. The readings picked up from this system come somewhat surprisingly from Null Decor itself. As black holes go, it's fairly small, which could account for some of the unexpected radiation leaking from its event horizon. Science Officer Oberfew believes that the black hole is on its way to bleeding out and will eventually disappear entirely, though it's difficult to say whether this process would be complete before the heat death of the universe. Some gravitational upset in the hole's youth has rendered it, to quote Oberfew, wobbly, further increasing the flow of energy from its event horizon. There's much we could learn. Indeed. So we'll get this repairing. There we go. That'll be great. And this construction ship is basically done. We can start building hyper relays to spend our influence, although we would really need more construction ships if we wanted to get that all done. So we'll get a second construction ship here. At plus 8.24. Yeah, that's per month. And it costs us, like, we would need, like, 4 construction ships working on these. I'm not sure that our alloys would be able to withstand that. We're currently lacking exotic gases again, so let's buy in a few exotic gases here. There we go. And let's get that fleet reinforced. A sensor sweep of Tenard Shell has revealed a strange energy signature emanating from its lifeless surface. Incredibly, it appears to be coming from a lone bees that was found aimlessly wandering around the planet's southern polar region. To our away team's astonishment, this bees seemed perfectly comfortable in the vacuum environment, despite not wearing a spacesuit or any other form of life support equipment. After some coercing, the away team managed to convince the reluctant bees to follow them back to the ISF Zophod 5.
Our special project is complete.
So we've got these guys over here. I'm at present not interested in engaging in mating rituals. Okay, cool. Errant drone has been detected. Okay, so he got it wrong, and he's identifying himself. Cool. Yeah, this is a very long-winded bee here. They wish to stay on the desolate world. You could join us. Welcome to the Stinger entity. Okay, so we got Gray here. Fantastic. We grow and multiply our united mind held in countless drones over all our worlds. With every world we take, we can feel the ripples, the strength of the shroud, filling our myriad bodies. Even from another dimension, we can feel it empowering us. Our mind shudders at the thought of ourselves unleashed and unstoppable. If only we could bridge the gap between here and there. There is a way. Indeed there is, and we're not ready to move on just yet. Well, maybe we are, actually. We can feel the waves of that otherworldly ocean lapping against our mind, crashing against the barrier that separates us from greatness. Little remains now but a final exercise in the suffering of others. Okay, so, yep, we can actually work on tearing the fabric, and so we shall. Generate +5 unity, but that's not a passive thing. Okay, we'll grab Analyst for now. That'll do for the moment. We're no longer negative in our food. That is excellent. I'm very pleased to see that. And we do need to finish reinforcing this fleet. I think that might be the Titan at this point. Yeah, we've got both battleships queued up, so that's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful indeed. We need 130 to do that. Let's get that Titan building as soon as we can. There we go. So we're definitely going to be over our naval cap. We're going to have to do something about that. That's fine. We're not concerned about it. We can get there. Naval cap is not actually that big of a problem. There are multiple ways that we can get more naval cap. So I'm deeply, deeply unconcerned about that. We will eventually get there. Fantastic. 102.9k. That is very solid. Wonderful. We'll continue to reinforce our Corvette over here in the 5th attack swarm. Although, maybe we should consider doing the Larakigan Yi. I don't think it really matters, so. We'll scrap the drill for minerals. That'll be fine. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to send the Morton Row attack swarm on over to deal with that psionic entity. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.